City on a Hill is a new 10-episode crime drama that airs on Showtime, set in Boston. And one of the stars of the show, Jill Hennessy, joins me now to talk more about this series. I have been so excited about this series since they started promoting it before it started airing. What was it about, I guess, this character that you said, I got to play this role?
Oh, man. Well, number one, I've got two words. Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, well.
That's a real plus. And, you know, and to play a character who's married to him. But I just love this character. She's so broken, and she is the kind of person who's sublimated all of her desires in life. She's suppressed any sort of goals she wanted to reach, and blames herself for everything. She blames herself for her husband basically being
the way he is,
which is just not the nicest guy, you know, not the greatest husband, shall we say, not to give too much away.
Yeah.
But in this show, you see her start to get up on her feet and confront him, confront what she needs to be in life.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a beautiful, painful thing to watch.
And it's not just one of those, oh, you're playing the wife of the star of the show. I mean, this is really, it is a major role. You see in that first episode, as you kind of alluded to, his treatment of you, which is not ideal. Your mother is a tough cookie, so it looks like basically you've been treated this way all your life.
Exactly.
All your life.
You got
what I mean?
Yes.
But again, as you said, you kind of blossom into this. You felt sorry for you in episode 1, but then you're like, well, you know what? She's actually a lot tougher than we gave her credit for in that first episode.
Thank you. Yeah, and I got to give credit to the writers, too, for actually, you know, I sat down with Tom Fontana, who's our executive producer, and Chuck McLean created the show. And we sat down and just talked about, okay, where's she going to go? Where did she come from? What's going to happen? And the writers have done a tremendous job in really creating these layered, real characters. But I was so happy to see the places that they take this character, and then by the time you see, especially episode 6, it goes off the charts. Man. As an actor too, it's like, you're giving me the best stuff to do. This is great.
Where would you? I mean, I know every time I talk to actors and actresses about favorite role, I know it's like picking out your favorite kid. You know, it's sometimes very difficult. But this, you know, with some of the people are going to be familiar with you from Law and Order, you know, Crossing Jordan, the movies that you've been in, and then you've got this role here, which really has some serious meat to it. Again, I mean, is it one of those things where you're like, wow, it took me so many years in my career I have had great roles along the way, but I really like this one? Or do you think back and like, oh, I preferred, you know, Law and Order to this? Do you kind of rank them? I
never really rank them, although I gotta say, I look at what I'm doing on this show, and I feel like I'm doing some of the best work I've ever done. I'm actually attempting work that terrifies me. You know, I'll get a script and be really overwhelmed and terrified, but also incredibly excited and so thrilled that when I get back from work that night, you know, maybe at 2 in the morning, I'll think, well, I actually did that. I got through that scene, and I'm still alive. And this is great.
And it's tough for some people to, you know, a show that's set in Boston, and you know, Boston people, they're very particular about the mannerisms, the accents, everything. I mean, that's almost another layer that you have to worry about when you're doing a show that's, you know, set in Boston. So you get so many things to think about. It's like, oh, you could put more on my plate, please. And it's been a great run for you too. I mean, you also, I know you were in Yellowstone for which is another great show. Do you feel like you're on a really kind of great kick right now?
I guess so. I'm like, gee, what is going on here? There's just wood here to knock on. But yeah, I'm actually, I just realized I'm happier than I've been in years with where my career is at and with the kind of material I'm doing, and actually happy with the work I'm putting out.
And since you did bring his name up earlier, Kevin Bacon, what is it like working with Mr. Bacon? I know Kira is also, his wife she's directed an episode too, so you had a chance to obviously work with both of them. But Kevin in particular, what's it like working with him?
You sort of have to change channels from being the fan to just really appreciating what a cool human being he is to like just hang out with. And very humble. He's very soft-spoken, which I love. You know, and he's got every right to be as loud and as brash as he wants to, and he's just not.
After they yell cut during whatever scene or episode, does he ever break out into "Let's dance"? You know, from
No, Chris, no, he hasn't done that.
In the rearview mirror.
We talk about playing guitar and music all the time.
Oh, yeah, he's had the band for a year. I mean, he's a really, really talented guy. Now, as far as like looking forward now, have they given you any indication of where the character will go? I know you say episode 6 is going to blow your mind, but do you have any idea down the line towards the end of the season and potentially a season 2, what they may have in store for you?
Well, as far as I know, I just know up to episode 10.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't even tell you. I wish I could.
It's okay.
I'm dying.
Hey, as long as you're excited about it, we're excited for you.
Oh yeah, let's just say roller coaster ride. As far as next season, I'm waiting to hear about official pickup. So if you can send some good vibes, that'd be good.
I think you're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, I have honestly at this point I have no clue. After what we did in episode 10 and 9 and 10, your guess is as good as mine at this point.
Well, that's good. But again, I see good things for a season 2 and a longer future with the show. It really is great. And last question for you on a lighter note before I do let you go. When you're in the house, whatever, you hear Law and Order on syndication in the background, do you ever stop and say, let me see if that's one of mine?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the problem is, whether it's mine or not, you always get sucked in. I'll be flipping channels, watching CBS News.
Yeah, sure.
And then, Law and Order. What episode? Yeah. Is Jerry on that? Or is Sam on that? Or, Benjamin?
Yeah, it's funny. If you have a sick day, you could kill 12 hours.
You could. Or you could do 24. I'll get tweets at 2 in the morning.
The ultimate. It was binge watching before there was binge watching.
Yeah.
But Jill, thanks again. Congratulations on this role. Thanks so much for taking a few moments with us. We really appreciate it. And we look forward to it. And City on a Hill is something that you can see every Sunday night, 9 p.m. on Showtime. If you haven't checked it out, please do, because you're missing a really great crime drama.